What's up guys, it's Coach Ty and I'm back again with another video. On this channel we talk about all things children, all things childcare, and all things childcare professionals. So if that is you and you enjoy content like that, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any content being put out. Now, are you struggling with upset parents? Okay, well today's video is just for you. I'm going to give you a few ways to deal with upset parents during a conference, during a sit down where you actually have to have this conversation that you're not really wanting to have, but you know you need to have. The first thing I always tell people to do is you need to listen first. Don't get in that meeting and start rambling on about how this child don't listen, how he doesn't do what I need him to do, or how, he does this, that, and the third. Don't get in that meeting doing that. You need to listen to the parent, because understand this. Parents want to know that you can hear them, right? Parents want to know that what it is that they are saying to you, you are going to listen to it. A lot of times that's all they want you to do is listen. So the first thing you need to do is listen first. No words, just listen. Hey, Miss Johnson, thank you for coming to the conference today. I am here because I want to hear your concerns. What would you like to say? And Miss Johnson will ramble on and on and on, telling you about how she's feeling. All you need to do is listen, because a lot of times that's all Miss Johnson is needing for you to do in that moment, okay? The second thing that you need to do is, no matter what Miss Johnson is saying, no matter how she is handing it to you in a handbasket, always remain calm. Stay calm. Don't get flustered. Don't show that she has pissed you off or made you upset. Don't show Miss Johnson that, because now Miss Johnson is feeling like, oh, now we got beef. If you don't know what beef is an issue. Beef is a problem. Miss Johnson is now feeling like we got trouble right here, because you are getting revved up, right? You're sitting there, you're making those faces as she's talking, or you just wandering off, not even paying attention to her. That makes her feel a ways. So in this conference, don't give Miss Johnson that. Stay as calm as a cucumber. Because at the end of the day, Miss Johnson is just rumbling on her feelings and what she's feeling. Doesn't necessarily mean that she has a personal vendetta with you, but there's an issue within your space that has made her feel ways. So your job is to remain calm and listen to what she has to say, okay? The third thing that you need to do is, as she's having this conversation with you, verify her concerns. You may say things like, okay, Miss Johnson, can I ask you to pause just for a second? I want to make sure that I understood what you said. You said that you were not very happy that your son went home with soiled clothes. Or you said that, you were feeling a ways that the teacher did not give you the interaction that you needed when you asked her the question about your son's behavior. I understand those issues. I just want to jot them down so that I make sure I understand completely what it is that you're saying. Those things right there, Miss Johnson is going to be like, oh, okay, so she is listening. Oh, okay, so she does hear me. Absolutely. I hear you, Miss Johnson. I'm letting you do you, because at the end of the day, I have to take this information and I've got to do me, right? I've got to figure out what took place in this situation, and I have got to get to the bottom of it. So verify the concerns. That's the number 3 thing you need to do. So the first thing you should be doing is just listening to Miss Johnson, letting her go off the deep end. The second thing that you need to do is remain as calm as a cucumber, because, hey, don't want to lose yourself in this conversation, no matter what Miss Johnson says. And then verify her concerns. The fourth thing that you need to do is you need to stick with facts only. So let's say you already knew you were going to have this conference with Miss Johnson, so you went over to Miss Sarah, who's the teacher, and had a conversation with her. Only pull out the facts from what it is that is taking place. So Miss Sarah has said that, the little boy went home with soiled clothes because he managed to potty on himself as they were walking out the door. Like, only stick with facts. Do not give what you think. Do not give your opinions. It must only be the facts of the matter. Because the last thing you want is for Miss Johnson to feel like you're targeting her kid, or you have you formed an opinion about her kid from whatever you think you know. Absolutely not. Go into the conference with facts. You always want to have facts, because parents respect you way more with the facts that you give. Well, Miss Johnson, I do want to tell you that I did notice that he was pottying on himself as you guys were walking out the door. Or Miss Sarah did notice that he was having that accident as you were picking up. And so she wanted to make sure that you understood that she didn't leave him in soiled clothing. It's a way to do everything. Although we already know what Miss Sarah should have done, there's a way to do it all. And then that last thing that you want to do is, if you are not comfortable with having this conference with Miss Johnson by yourself, have someone sit in on the conference with you. There's no hurt in that, right? If you are not one of those directors that are like, oh no, I don't need anybody, I'm good to go in this way, and you're just like, I don't know if this is going to be touch and go or not, have your assistant director or the curriculum person or some member of management sit in so that nothing is turned around, misconstrued, or, need to be de-escalated, especially if you know what type of parent that you're dealing with. Sometimes we get parents that just want answers. Then we get parents that get angry and upset and want more than just answers. So make sure that you are 100% sure on what type of parent you are dealing with. In essence to that, be sure to try and de-escalate those situations before they get heated. You don't want heated conversations happening in that space as parents are picking up or as parents are dropping off. You don't want other parents to see you going back and forth with a parent, in a conference, because that does not look good for your facility. So today, I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the ways that you can deal with these the upset parents in your facility. Make sure that you always listen. Make sure that you remain calm. Verify their concerns. Stick to the facts only. And then if you are uncomfortable with having this conversation with that parent, make sure that you invite a member of management in on the meeting, okay? If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way to the end, and I will see you guys soon.